design. I think we've learned about UI/UX design. We've learned the principles. We've learned the Figma interface, and now is how to apply all these things to your designs. So we're going straight to design today, and I want you to like follow along step by step. And what we'll be designing today is, let's say we'll be designing a restaurant. Let me just show you this slide. Okay, because today we have hey, sorry, I'm not sharing my screen. Let me just share my screen like that. My screen. Yeah. Can you see my screen now? Please thumbs up if you can. Thank you. Okay, please. Okay. Thank you. So today basically we'll be taking high fidelity screen, and high fidelity screen is just like the way it looks like a real app, like the way your app be when it's gets published. That is the high fidelity screen. We also have low-fi screen, which is the wireframing. That is, you just like draw sketch of how you want your mobile app or website to be, the idea that you have in your head. It does not have to like be really, it does not have to be like very accurate. You just have to like get down your idea so that you have a good direction once you are doing the high fidelity screen. So for today, the topic I was giving was high fidelity screen. So we'll be going straight into that, and we'll be designing a what's it called, a restaurant app, just few screens. And I will want you after the class to maybe like work on something yourself, or probably go on Behance or Dribble to replicate designs that you've seen and apply all these principles that you've learned here. That is the only way that you can actually help yourself. So now I'll be opening my Figma, because I want us to quickly create a color style, because I can't make use of the one that I created in the last class because that was just a rush work. But we already have our test style because we created it in the last class, and that's what we'll be using today. So let me just open my Figma and go straight into business. Okay, yeah. So here we have. So we want to create our color style. And in the last class, I told us that we have different type of colors. We have primary color, we have secondary color, and we have accent color. We also have our natural colors. So for this design, let me just create the color that maybe we'll go for, maybe like color purple. Let's go for purple color. We go for this. Okay. Then let's go for this too. So this is looking more like, it's not really purple like that. Yes, this is main purple. Okay, so now for us to create this color style, now I don't want to do it like manually the way we are still going to do it manually, but we have to like get different shades of Control C, please. Okay, we have to get different shades of these two colors in order to design our screens perfectly. So I'll be going to this particular website called, I want you to note it down, please, UI colors. Okay, this website. So this website will help like create different shades. Can you see different shade of your colors? So now I'm going to like input the code that I copied from Figma, the color style. Can you see our color? I copied the code and pasted it here. Can you see? This website has already generated different shades of color. We have 50, 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, etc. Already. So I'll click on this export that we have here and just copy it to clipboard. Then we'll go back to Figma and paste it here. Let me just shift it to this side and zoom out. Okay, now. So yeah, I'll be turning this frame to pure white, with full white. Then okay, now so this color now, I'm going to bring it in here, and I'm going to be using this color code, color 50. Let me copy it. Let me just copy it. I hope you can see what I'm doing now. I hope you can see it. Please, thumbs up, please. Thank you. So we are going to come here. This color code that you have here, you're going to come here, then paste it here. Let me remove this colon. I will put that is there. Sorry, Control Z. I did not click on this. Oh, Control V. There. Can you see? Now we have can you see now that we have this? We have our color 50 ready. So for us not to get confused, I'm going to like just type it in 50 and reduce the size to reduce the size to reduce the size to what's going on here? I don't understand what's going on. Why is this thing not reducing? Okay, let's just reduce it to something like this, but I don't know why it is not reducing more than this. Let me just scale it down. I don't have time. Okay. Yeah. So for us not to get confused, then the color, which color did we have there? What's the color code of that 50? Ash. Copy and I'm going to paste to replace it. Okay, now we have it. So we are going to duplicate this again. Do it for everything. Let me just duplicate it like 5 times. I cannot create everything in this class. So we are just going to create like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm just going to create these 6 boxes, maybe like to 600. Then let's do the second one too. Let me copy for the 100, the color code for the 100. Then come here again, paste. So can you see that this one is brighter than this one? Then we're going to duplicate this again, just so that we will not get confused. 100. Um, I don't understand why this thing is not moving like that. Let me just drag this one down. So here we have EBE 7 FF. So now, okay, in fact, let me just turn this to a frame so that it will be moving with it. Frame selection, please. Let me just delete this one. Okay, let's okay, let me click frame selection. Then here we are going to change this one to 200 and the color code to D8, D2, FF. Then come to the field too and to change the color D8, D2, FF, D8, D2, FF. Yeah. I'm not sure that this changed or not. Okay, I think we did. Then we duplicate it again. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we are doing 6. Let me just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, now let's just change this to 300, 400, 500. Then this to BC, AE, FF. This one to 9C. I'm supposed to copy and paste, but it's stressing me out. So for the 500, go for 7D, 4D, FF. Okay, so now let's just copy it, click on the box so that the color will change, which will be. What's going on? Why is this color not changing? Or is it my eye? Let me see. Is there changes in this thing? I don't think there's changes. Come. It's supposed to be changing like this. What's going on? Okay. Let me just copy this. What's going on here? The color is not changing. BCAEFF. DXD. Whatever. This one. Let's go. What's it? We have 9C. It's OFF. And 500. We have 7D. 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 For DFF. Okay. What's going on? Okay, I think I know what is wrong now. Okay. G 40 FF. God, I will go. I don't know why this color is not changing. Okay.
My guess is gonna be that there's opacity somewhere.
Huh?
I said my guess would be that there's transparency somewhere.
No. I think I got it. I think I was clicking on the wrong frame. You know, I added it to a frame, so I was supposed to click on the rectangle inside.
Okay, there's a rectangle inside the frame.
Yes. 7D 4 3 FF. Yeah, that's changed. Sorry, guys. So for this, we go for 9C 80 FF. Then for this, we go for BCAE FF. This we go for D8 FF. D8 D 2FF. I think this one changed the other time. But let me cross check. EVFF. Yeah, that's great. So we've created color style for the primary color now. So now I want to create color style for the the secondary color too. So I would have done everything. You can just do everything just like this, but I'm not going to be doing everything here because this is just a practice class, and if we take our time, we have to do everything. This is already 724/7. So let me just delete this and do the same thing for this one. Let me copy the color code. Let me copy the color code and go here, paste it. Okay, yeah. So let's export, copy to clipboard, and go to Figma to paste it again. Paste here. Let me just choose this side. Okay. So I'm just going to like be duplicating this. Now I won't need to be adding it to a frame again. Then this one, we are going to change this one to 50. 50. Then what's the first color code? FEF 3FF. Yeah. So let's copy it to change the rectangle color to. So that's the 50 of that one. So let's duplicate to 5 places more so that I want us to be fast. 3, 5, 6. Okay, I just quickly change this to 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. Then let's change the color code. So color code for 100 is FCE 6FF. Color code for 200 is FB CCFF. For 300, FCA 3FF. FC 6D FF. FC 36FF. Yeah. So now let's quickly copy the code and just paste it in the rectangle. Sharp, sharp. Maybe follow in. Okay. Okay. Control V. Okay, the last one. Control V. You can do everything too, but I'll be stopping here just so let me just do this. And we're going to be creating our natural color. So for our natural color, we have black. And I told you in the last class that we are not going to be using, we have black, we have gray, we have what's it called? We have black, we have gray, and we have white color. So I told you in the last class that you don't use pure white or pure black in your designs. So for this, okay, let's choose our black. I'll just use 111, 111. Hey, oh god, why did I not click on this rectangle again? Sorry. I'll just use 111, 111 for our black. Then we are just going to be having one black. Let me just change this to white so that you can see it. 111, 111. Then we are going to choose color for white too. Let me just put it side by side since they are natural colors. So for white, I'm just going to be using, instead of FFF, I'm just going to be using F2, F2, F2. Sorry, I keep making mistake. I don't know why. FF, F2, F2, F2. Then I'll change this color to black so that you can see it very well. F2, F2, F2. Then also we have gray color. For gray color, we'll be using, let's just use the Figma natural gray color. Let me just use color picker. For you to use your color picker, you can either come to this color property panel or you click I on your keyboard. It will bring out the color picker tool. So just go here and pick this gray. And this gray is D9, D9, D9. So I'm just going to change this to D9, D9, D9. Okay. So now we have our color styles. Let me just name it. I'll just put it here. Come on for my stress. Yeah. So now, if you want to turn this to a style, like here, you can just do it manually or either go to your plugin panel and click look for color fundamental. I don't know if I'm right. Eh, let me see whether this is the I don't think it's this one. Okay, so you can just I can't remember the name of the plugin. Like, you can just use it to like automatically like create the style. So I guess you have to like do it manually at your side if you want to create it. So yeah, we already have for this one. You can just come here. You already see. You can just come here F4 F2 FF. You can just come here to create a style. Make sure you are clicking on style. Sometimes it will be on this variable, but make sure you are clicking on the style. Then you say, or let's just like this is as sorry, I'm trying to do something. Yeah, so I can't find this, but mm, Control Z. Okay, so let's just create this style and click on style and name this primary color slash 50 create style. So that will help you know the weight of that. Then primary color slash, you can name it anything you want though, 100. Primary color slash 200. Come here. Make sure you are creating style, not variable. Then primary color slash 300. Okay, so let me just repeat the same process for everything. So now secondary color, we move to the secondary color. Secondary color slash 50. So let's do for the natural colors too. We have let's just give it black. There we have. Let's name this one white. Let's just name this one gray. And that's it. We already have our color style. So yeah, we already have everything now. So now let's move straight to designing. And the other time I said that we are going to like designing a about maybe like 2 screens today, and just for practice, just for you to see how things are in real time. So we are going to be designing a restaurant app and maybe like the onboarding and one other screen. Please, who is that? Okay, go on, please.
Okay, good evening. I just want to be sure. The last class, the primary color and the secondary color that we created, they are not actually the real colors, right?
Huh?
So the last class, the primary color and the secondary color with the natural color we created, are they like the real colors, or this one is like the real one we are going into?
No, it's this one that we're using today. I did not like create it properly in the last class because we're trying to
I'm
be
working on
fast.
that one. That's
Yes.
okay.
Okay.
All right. I'll
So
also
if you want to create for your design, this is the proper way for you to do it.
Great. Okay, thank you very much. So I'll do it again. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so now let's move. Who is that? Okay, please unmute yourself. Please unmute yourself.
Yeah, good evening. Sorry, please, before you go on, um, please, where did you copy the color codes from? Was it a plugin? Because I joined a bit late, so I missed the
What did
beginning part. Was it, I mean, the color codes to create the primary and the secondary colors? Was it a plugin that you copied it from, or a particular site?
a part? I actually like I already know the color that I want to use, so I drew them down. Like I just made like 2 colors down. Then I copied the color code. Then went to this site here, this particular site that we have here. Let me just go there. This UI colors, this one, this UI colors. So that color code I copied from Figma, then I came here to paste it here. So it's going to generate different shade of your colors for you. That's what you are going to export. And you are going to see this export here. You see, you can export all these codes here. Then go to Figma, paste it. Then you can start doing your color codes and everything. You get me?
Okay. Okay. The UI colors is a
Huh?
size. If I just like it's a size to sign. Oh, sorry.
Oh, yeah. I said,
Yes, you are.
okay. I thought I already left the class. Okay, so let's just go with the design. So let me pick. I told you that let's pick iPhone 13 because this is what I mostly use because that's my phone frame. So I'm used to this already. And for better alignment, I'm going to come here to switch on my grid and just for 24, then 16. Yeah, so this is what I use. So now, the first thing that we are going to be doing is our. So let me just give this a radius of let me just give it radius first. Radius of 32. Uh, let me give it radius of 40. Because I want it to have like a phone frame shape or something. And you can come here to switch on the grid, to switch off the grid. So for now, I'll be switching it on. Then now, let's go to, the first thing that we're going to be doing is our, what's it called? Our navigation bar. When you are looking at your phone, you see your navigation bar there, and the goal of this mobile app is for it to like look like a real app that you can use on your phone. So there is a particular plugin that you can use to get icons, and that icon you can see different what's it called? You can see different different icon pack on this particular icon plugin, which is the name is Iconify. And I'm just going to like open it now. It's loading, and this thing should load fast. Okay. I don't know why this thing is slow. So we are waiting for it to load. So we are doing a food delivery app. Okay, now. So yeah, so can you see we have over 170,000 more icons there, and I want to filter by icon sets. I'm going to go for where is blue side. And not blue side. Inside of the frame. Okay, I've seen it. So yeah. And okay. So this is it is very good for you to use, like, be consistent with everything. If you are using a particular icon, make sure that you are using if you are using a particular icon, make sure it is the same icon pack that you're using, so that the use of your icon too will be very, very consistent. And yeah, so that's basically it. Because if you are using a stroke based icon, then in another place you are using a fill icon, your design will start looking messy. And this is what I mean by, this is like a stroke based icon. Then there are some icon that they will have colors inside, like it will be a fill icon. I don't know, maybe you understand what I'm saying, but yeah, that's it. So for the navigation, we'll be using like 3 icons. We search for is it, what's the name of this icon? Is it signal? Yeah, incorrect. So import it as frame. Let me put it here first. Then I'm going to search for Wi-Fi. And just use this one. Yeah. So the last one is battery. I don't like this battery. I'm so sorry. Please give me a minute, please. I'll just go back later. I don't like this battery that I'm seeing. Please give me a minute, guys. Okay, so sorry. I'm so sorry about the break. Okay, so let's just move on. So yeah, I was looking for, there's no match found. I guess I will have to like go to, let me see, another, because I want the full battery. I can't find it here. Let me just go to a normal this thing. Let me just look for battery. I have to like choose which one should we go for? Okay, so let me just pick anyone. Let's just use something. Let me just pick this importance frame. Let me close this first, then let's create our create. Control Z, Control Z. Okay. So the first thing that I like to do whenever I'm dealing with icons, because you see that they are in two separate frames. Let me just zoom in. this one is in one frame. There is another frame that is wrapping it. So I love to flatten my icons. I love to flatten it. If you flatten it, you see that it is just one this thing. It is just one frame. You flatten it to a frame. Then this one, so I'll just come here, flatten it. Come here, flatten it, so that I'm gonna have to like be stressing through my mouse. Then okay, for you to zoom in, you are going to click Control plus on your keyboard. If you are using a Windows laptop, then if you are using a Mac, you are going to do command minus, I guess, and Control plus to zoom in. Yeah. So now I'm going to click on these three and just, I think these ones, they are not inside the phone frame. And just put it back in. You have to like be vigilant of this. Let me just shift, and I will add it to auto layout. Auto layout is like it helps you like stack your elements properly and without stress. So it is actually not really easy to use, but you can just learn more about it and you get better with it with time. So yeah, so I'm going to give this a spacing of 16, and I told you, or let me just give it a spacing of 8 since they are icons. Yeah, so this is getting me. Then we are going to just put time here. Let's say the time is 9:15. 9:15. So we are going to apply style to this style. No, I think this is too small. This caption is too small. Let me just use the normal text. This 16. And you see that is how you apply the style to. So you will not need to come here and be changing the text size every time. Then I'm going to shift A this to add it to auto layout. Then drag it to the end. I'm actually going to give this padding. Then give it a padding of 2. Yeah, I give it a padding of 2.4. Can you see how it's nested to the edge? Can you see that it is not going outside this grid line? And that is the aim of this grid. It is for you to like be able to like nest your elements well without issue. Then okay, for this background, I'm actually going to give it the background color. We're also going to like apply the style. So we're going to apply, let me just use the natural color for it, the 50. Can you see? We're using this color for the background. This color for the background. Then now, since it is an onboarding screen, I'm just going to like let me just switch on the grid back so that everything can just align properly. I'm going to which text can we put it to put in it? Best. Let me just use capital letter for everything. Best delivery. Best delivery. Company. Let's just say it is for a company. This app is for a company, whatever. What am I typing? Company. So yeah, let's apply a text type to it. We are going to remember that we are using hierarchy. So we are going to be using maybe like bold text style. Let's use this is too big, man. Let me just edit it. It's too big, please. Let's do 32. I think 32 sec is too big. Let me just use 24 for the H4. Best delivery company, and which we're going to be applying the color style to. Which color? Let's use our. Wait, where was the black that I created? God, I beg. Primary color, secondary color, secondary. Created in this one. Where was the black that I created? God, I beg. Or did I not create it? Yeah, there is black now. Okay, this is it here. Why is it not in that place? Okay, now we've applied it this year. So can you see? Let me just shift it to so that it will align. Can you see that line? Then now let's put maybe like an icon here. We just want it to look more like, because all this thing is just coming from. Let's put maybe like a cat icon or something, just to indicate that you are buying. And let's use since we are using maybe like, we are not using, this is a fill icon, we are not using a fill icon, so let's just be consistent with whatever we are doing. So I'm just going to use this icon here, import it as frame, and shift it here. Remember that I said I used to flatten it, then shift A. What was that? What did I Ctrl Z, please? So I already flattened it, and let me add auto layout to it. Then I'm going to put our primary color. Where's our primary color? I'm going to put a fill of our primary color there. Let's use this. Then change this to our white. These are okay. These are our white. Then let's give this a radius of let's just give this a radius of 100 so that it will be well rounded. And just type it out. So yeah. So we have this, and I'm just going to shift this here. This is not inside the screen. That is why it is showing this thing like that. So shift A. Then this is where you can align it. Make sure I want to align it to top. Then this is the reason for auto layout. You'll be able to to make it responsive. Can you see? Yeah, I'm dragging it. So yeah. So that's it for that side. And can you see the way it is coming together? Best delivery company. And let me just shoot this up a little. Okay, so yeah. So we are looking for, let's just look for maybe like an image. I'm trying to combine all this into maybe like just one thing, so that you get a grasp of some particular plugins so that you can use whenever you are designing. And we have other websites so that you can quickly download images from. So let me just, I think I should just use that. Let me just go to we can go to freepick.com. Yes, let me go here. Freepick.com and look for maybe like food. Please look fast. Oh, I don't know why this is slow. So I want to like be looking at the way I'm applying hierarchy in that place and contrast. So let's just look for what is this? Hmm. Gosh. Have this will change their interface or what? Why is Freepick looking like this? So yeah, I would have thought you had to filter whatever you are searching for, but it will just prolong our class today. So just wait for this thing to load. Okay, yeah. Can you see? You can see different food here. So I think we'll go with this one. Let me just download this one. So I'm waiting for it to download. I don't know why my net. This thing is a zip file. Jesus. Anyways, we are going to extract it. Please, if you are still in the class, please thumbs up so that I will know that I'm not talking to myself. Can you hear me? Okay, thank you. Okay, so I'm still waiting for this thing to download. Why is this thing slow like this? Mm. Okay, let's just move on with design. We'll come back to this probably to let it keep downloading. So because I want to use the image here. I want to use the image here. This is the whole body. So let's which name should we give our delivery app? Someone should give me name. Eh?
Can you give it Can you give it like any name that hasn't existed? That has existed?
Okay. Should we give it global?
Yes, global, because I'm working on global. So yes, I want global. Thank
Okay.
you. All right.
Okay, so let's just give it global. Actually, I don't know. I did not create for medium. I would have preferred to use medium here, like medium weight. So I think I'll just detach this here and just change it to medium instead. Yeah. So that this thing will be in, because that's the most important thing here in this screen. This their name. So let's look for I think this is it. And let me just use, I'm waiting for that thing to download. Let's just use this color. Logo. Okay, so let me just quickly prompt my ChatGPT in the other screen for subtext that we can use. I need heading. Sorry, I can't share my other screen. Heading and subtests for a food delivery app called Global. I don't know why my network is so slow today. Let's see whether this one I've downloaded finish. Ah, hey. Even my ChatGPT is not responding. No. What's the problem today now? I don't know. What's going on? Okay. Hi. Okay, let me try and use my phone. Whether it will respond. And again, and subtest for a, a food delivery. Oh, response to me. Okay, yeah. So we have, let me still move this here because there's something I want to do with it. So let me just click on this, and for the heading, let me change this back to our black. Then the heading that it is giving me is cravings solved in a few tasks. Okay. So now we are going to like be aligning this to the middle, and I'm going to be using this what's it called for the heading, and I'm going to be actually want it to be medium. Let me just change this to medium. I don't want it to be too bold, except for the, or let's just make it good. Let's just make it good because it is important. Or okay, semi-bold is fine. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, now let's duplicate this test to create the subtest, and we have browse nearby restaurants. Order in seconds and enjoy fast delivery wherever you are. Okay, now let's change this test to subtest. This one. Then no, to regular one. Subtest this one, and change the color to gray. Hey, this gray, no gray. It's not it's not sharp at all. Let me edit it. Is there no way to edit it? Just change this gray. Can you see what I'm saying yesterday? Like if you use that particular color now on this color, like it will not be accessible to people. They will not be able to see what you wrote there. Okay, so we're using this shade of gray. This one is okay. So we have this and this, which is the subtest, and just shift A it. And we are going to like be giving it the spacing of 16 because they are related to each other. Or, no, we are going to give it 8 because they are related to each other. And yeah, so that's basically it for the heading and the subtest. So now let's give it test. I said test, button, Jare. Let's give it button. And which button should we give it? Let's just put get started. Get started. And let's get started. Let's change it to this 16 and just shift 8. Okay, let me switch this back on the grid so that I will know. So now we are going to fill this with the primary color. And probably change this text to white color. Then give it this. You know, I said every of your stuff should be consistent. If you are using corner radius, if you started with the corner radius of 16 or whatever, that's what you should use throughout your design. If you give your design corner radius, and if you not give your design corner radius on one screen and you are going to another screen, then you are adding corner radius, like your design might start feeling messy, especially on a website. It's very, very obvious. So let's just give this 100. That's why you have to like be very vigilant of whatever decision you are making. So yeah, so this now I'm going to give it left padding of 16, and let's give this 16 too. And okay, yeah. So I think let's put skip. Let me just leave it like this because it's just coming from my head. Okay, so let's put a skip this thing there because you know some people assuming we cannot put skip here, yeah, right, because assuming we are building a normal website, I mean a normal app rather, we might decide that we want to include maybe like 3 onboarding screens, like that will be informing them of what the app is about before they get into the app. So that way, if there are 3 screens that is the onboarding, you might decide to just put a skip button here, a small skip this thing here, so that anybody that did not want to read whatever you wrote on some screens can just skip it. So for now, we cannot do that because we don't have more than one onboarding. We don't have more than one onboarding. So this one now, let's just give it effect, maybe like drop shadow. Let's give it drop shadow of should we give it white? Just give it this white blow. But white will not be prominent on this color. Let's give it black. Reduce the opacity to 4. So let's see whether our image have downloaded. Sorry. Let's see whether our image have downloaded. This thing did not download. What's going on? Okay, done the download. Thank God. Okay, so let me just go to my file to quickly extract the image. Download. Extract. File. Okay. Then we have this. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back to Figma to import it by this image. Where this one? The way it go right now. Okay, this is. So we have this. So I'm just going to use a particular plugin to remove the background. Let me just bring this out because it sounds easy to do. Then we move this scene here. Can you see? Let me switch on the remove this scene here. Let's see. Is it perfectly aligned into, yeah. So perfect. Then this. What can I do with this? So should we? Okay, let's just place it here. Nothing. So okay. So yeah, now you know we added like spacing of 8 here. So we are going to like add this into an auto layout tool and give it a spacing of 24 because it is kind of a little bit related, but not as related as the heading and subtext. So you give it more spacing. Do you understand? So I'm supposed to like, let me just Control Z so that I'll just give everything auto layout and just put 24. So yeah, we have this. We have this. We have our onboarding screen now. So let's say, for example, you want to add this to a mockup. Let me just quickly cover that. So you want to add this to a mockup. There's a particular mockup that I use to. I use Mocha. Please, you can jot them down. In case you want to post your design for people, you just add your design in a mockup. I use Mocha. This is realistic 3D device mockup, and I use Mockup Studio too. You can see series of design mockups there. So yeah, so let me just use this Mocha for this particular screen. I just want to show you how it look like in a mockup. Okay, so yeah, before we do that, I'm first like add everything into an auto layout to give it a proper spacing. This spacing is, let's just give everything like that spacing of 32. Can you see that I'm using multiple of like from 8 to 16, from 16 to 32, like that. So yeah. Okay, let's go back to the plugin. Why is this not opening? Please answer me. Time they go. I think maybe we should go and use another one purple because this one is not. So I would have loved to use this one because I like it. Okay, let's try and open that one since this one is not responding. Mockup Studio. So can someone unmute your mic and tell me the reason why I added this, use the primary color for this logo? Please, someone should unmute their mic and tell me. I want to see whether we are following. Can you hear me, please?
I
Can
guess
anyone hear
because
me?
it. Hello.
Yeah.
Hello. Good evening. I guess because it is the name of the the app itself.
Okay. And so, what is it called?
Okay.
Okay. So I use it to like do a form of contrast, like to show what is important, like what people should see. I want them to see the name of the, you get,
Yes. Yes.
and the important section too. Yeah. Okay, so let's just, since we have this. This is what I do not like in this one. I have to like be exporting on my phone to bring it in. Okay, just exporting. Okay. Whatever. Okay, please go on.
Okay, you were saying something. Why you use the primary color? I didn't get that. I guess what my network is not really good. So why did you use the
My
primary color?
network.
There? I mean, my own network was not good. I mean, like, why did you use the primary color for that
Yeah, I
logo?
said, I said we talked about contrast, like what you want people to see, like important things. Like this get started now is an action that you want people to take. Like You want them to quickly see that that's the action that you want them to take. Assuming we were to use the skip, assuming we were to type the skip button there now, it will be of low contrast. We'll not put any contrast there because definitely you don't want, it's not as if you want people to be skipping whatever you are doing. So it will just be there. You will not use the primary color for it. You
Okay, I
get it?
understand now. Yes, I understand. Thank you very much.
Welcome. Okay. So let me bring it to you. It's this up for you. I want to show you so that you know the exact way to present your work. Like if you want to start posting online, okay, let's just use this one. Okay. Can you see now? Can you see it in your phone frame? Ah, okay. Yeah, you're responding. So this is that when you are done designing, you like use a mock-up to present your work and post online. You did particular stuff like this, or blah blah blah. Then you say maybe like problem that you solved or anything like that. Then post online. Don't just post your screens like this. People get more enticed when you post it with mock-up. You get it? Okay, so I don't know. Our time is fast spent. I would have wanted us to like design one more screens. So I just want to tell me, are you tired or we should move on? We should design one more screen or we should end the class. Please unmute your mic and unmute your mic and talk.
Honestly, to me, I will say we should move on. Honestly, I don't know about others, but I will say we should move on.
Okay. So please, others, please thumbs up if you are in support of Dami. Okay.
Yes, everybody wants to.
All right. Let's quickly design one more screen, then we'll call it a day. Okay, so yeah, let's design the home screen. The home screen, and let us come here. So, right, let's just add it like this. I'm going to delete everything that we have here, delete, so that we can still have the. Okay, yeah, I forgot to mention. I think I mentioned it in the last class. Whenever you are doing something on your camera, make sure you are renaming it here so that you don't get confused whenever you are looking for anything. But I don't think I want to do that this time. It's a lot already. So yeah, so let's just name this screen as home page. Let's rename this screen as home page. Home page. Let's name this screen as onboarding. Okay. So yeah, for this one we already have our navbar. Yes. For this navbar like this, what I was explaining yesterday, for this navbar, since you are using it in all your screen, you can decide to create components with it so that it's very easy for you to be dragging it into your design. including these buttons. So anything that you know that you will be using throughout your design, just create it as component. Let me just use this as, let me create components with it. Create components, let's do button, primary button. So yeah, so that is how you did. Okay, so let's quickly design this, and let me just duplicate this into this screen. Remove the field, or let me just change the field to, let me change the field to gray. Let's change this to, oh no, let's change this to, I want to change this to location. That's our iconified location. That's the user's location. Just do this, import as frame, and we delete this one. Let me flatten this one. Flatten is there. Oh. Does this one will be white instead of gray? Let's reduce the opacity. Just reduce the appearance of it. Let's give it a stroke. A stroke of which color? Use the opacity too. Use the opacity. Okay, so yeah. Let me switch on the grid back. You see that when I did not switch on the grid, I was confused on where to place something. So now what's your location? Lagos, Nigeria. Let's leave this at 16, but let's use bold. I'll be switching this to medium. I do not really like this bold. I don't like using bold. Let's just use medium. Shift it to auto layout, give it, because they are related, we give it 8, and let me duplicate this here, just drag it out. Okay, so this one, let me change it to maybe arts. So in your next class, I think they will teach you prototype. So there's actually a way for you to prototype this and for you to, well, that's not my system. So let's just, this icon should be 16, I think. It's too big. Yes. Let's reduce this to 16. Let me reduce this one to 16. 16. So let's wrap this too in an auto layout. Then this spacing, let me control plus to see where it is. Can you see it is not well aligned? Then I should tell it. So yeah, I think the color inside this space is not what I want. I wish I could use. I think this one is okay. Let's just do 70. 70. Can you see? Make sure anything that you are doing is consistent. So this one, we have not changed the color. Let's change the color. I still want to use this. So yeah. So now let's do search where they can search for food bar, because their main aim when once they enter your home screen is to quickly search for things. We are going to say type food preference, I mean, yeah, or food preference, anyone. So type your, let's change the sizing to let's change it to 11 and gray. Wait, which gray did I use that time? I'm supposed to change it. Let me just copy the color code. You're supposed to follow your this thing very well, your color stuff. Well, I don't want this to slow us down. Type your food preference and let me duplicate this icon here. Change it the color of the icon to gray too. And let's look for search icon. You know, yesterday I said whenever you want to design something, make sure that it is not vague. Like make sure that you're accompany your text with an icon so that people can understand. So let's just use this icon here. And you see, assuming you did not create color style, now this is how you have to be copying. You have to be copying your colors every blessed time. So which is very stressful and it will slow down your work. So let's just add this to an auto layout. Make it to white and let's give it a padding of 16. This is this. Let's give it 8 to be too white. Now let's give it a feed. Why is it looking like my white? Happy? My white is looking somehow. My white is not white. What's this? Is this green color? I don't know. What's going on? Just use does this FFF, reduce the opacity. Give it a stroke of, or we can just leave it like this, then just give it corner radius of 100. So let's just give it a stroke so that it will be prominent. Let's give it a stroke of gray. So yeah, I think you still give it, it's too much. This icon 1616. Why is it looking big? It's looking at 99%. Yeah. So we've already created our search icon where they can go to search. Then we also have God will allow me to be able to finish this screen because I'm getting tired already. So yeah. So which food can we let's do burger. Burger. Okay, we're in the right burger, put it black, apply your text color. Burger, then let's just go on to Unsplash. There's another plugin that you can use to get um images, but I don't know. You might not just get as quality as you get it from other websites. Look for burger. Burger. What am I writing now? Mhm. This one that we have now, we cannot remove the background. Mhm. Okay. Let me just use this one. Just import it. Let me try and remove the background whether it will remove. Okay. Can you see that it is not, the image is not as quality enough, but I'm not saying that we use it like that. So let's scale it down. I want to crop this image so that not be giving unnecessary space. So you can either crop your image, fit, fill here. So yeah, let me scale it down because it's still looking big. So now we're going to let me duplicate this because I want to use it. Control C, then Control V here. Delete this. And also 16. Okay, so yeah, let's shift here and give this maybe like P. Let's use FFF here. Let's give it 8 everywhere and give it a radius of 100, just the way we've been doing it. Let me remove the because it's not looking good that good. And okay, let's remove the left part so that it will just stay at the edge. Can you see how you can just manipulate whatever you are doing? The spacing between it, let's give it 8. Now, let's, this is 2. Let's just 60. I don't know why this particular image is not sharp at all, but we use it like that. Cannot waste our time. So we just duplicate it for other food. Control Z, please. So yeah, if you want to, I don't want to go and scatter your head though. Because this one that I want to, you might be wondering that this one is already going out of the frame, but you can actually use this to do maybe like horizontal stroke. But let's not do that. Let me just scale this thing down so that it will still be able to size another. Okay, so we should call this which food can we, maybe egg roll, meat pie, and which one? Which other one can I put? Maybe pancake, Abby. Let's just put something. Yes. So on the normal numbers, I'm supposed to change the food, this thing that I put here to the maybe like egg roll to the meat pie and pancake, but you can't like just waste for that time by doing so. It's almost 9, and I think I'll just do it. I might not finish this screen and we just go on our side to go and like practice on our own. So let me just there. Now we have this coming together. It's coming together. So yeah, we can have let me just duplicate this test in this place. Yeah, popular snacks. Then see all. See all. And okay, let's just create like one card here or two. Then yeah, we'll be done for the day. Because I think we cannot use more than 9 here. That would be too long, and even my own attention span is already scattering. So yeah, so let's whenever you want to no, I don't want to use rectangle. Let me just use frame. Let's give it radius of 24. You might not see what I'm doing here until I give it a fit. 24. Let's just give it white. Although I'll be adding an image. So let's look for food. And that one splash again. This snacks can we for let's look for hamburger. Or maybe hot dog. It was burger that we use in that place. Let's just use hot dog. Can you see? I don't like all these images that they are not sharp. I don't want the website to waste our time. I think I don't have a choice than to go to that place because what is this? What is this? These images are not they're not sharp at all. Let's look for hot stuff. So and your elements too, they matter like when you are designing, because if you are designing and you just gonna use one element on one image that is not fine, you just see that your okay, you just see that your design is just there. So make sure you are using quality images whenever you are designing too, or quality assets. All these fine images, they are premium. I'll just speak free so that I'll not be stressing myself. Yeah. Maybe we should just pick one, I mean, regardless, because I've not seen the one that I like. But for the sake of this class, let's just download something. Let me download pizza too. Pizza. So we'll just use the tool for, because I will show you how to create cards. Okay, so I think the radius that I gave this is too much. Let's reduce it to 16. Let's input image, upload image from my computer. Let's use this. Okay. So now, let me. Okay, so we can just put another frame here. And just turn this frame to auto layout and give it 24. I think it is too much. 60. Okay, yeah, perfect. Here's the second frame. Put the next be in it. Who saying the work? Okay, so because I gave it padding of, let me give it padding of 80 from top and 0 from bottom. So you keep playing around it until you get your perfect content. Okay, yeah. Like, I like this. So this frame here now. Let's give it fill of just so that you'll be able to like see, maybe like I want to input the price in here and where they can probably add to cart. Yeah, let's go to our asset now. Let's drag our text in. Let's drag this in. I'm going to reduce the padding to 4. 4. Make the size of this one. Let's make it 8 because it's going to be inside a card. So definitely you don't want to do too much. Let's just increase this to 8. Yeah, perfect. 8, 8. Let me increase this. Okay. Yeah. So now, what's the name of this? We have, this is all dog. Let me just duplicate this test because I don't have time to be writing the test all over. Let's write hot dog. Okay. So that let's add effect to this place. We have no background blur there. So that this thing, so that it will not be calling the attention, like the image will not be calling the attention of everybody, and it will not make them to see the text that was written here. So yeah, that's why we are using that background blur. Let's just go with the black text. I think that's more. Okay, we've not changed the text here. Let's change it to add to cart. Then let's keep a enter. I think I want to change this back to white. Yeah, perfect. So yeah, you can set to let's do for this one. Then we wrap these two in an auto layout and give it this like vertical this thing. Then we give it spacing of 8, and we are going to turn this to the price. Let's say this is 6,000 naira. Windows V for naira. Okay. 6,000 naira. Then the price, we are going to make it medium. We're going to make it more prominent than this. What is the side of this? Let me 16. Okay, that's too much. 11 and wood. Give it semi-wood, yes. Since this is inside the card, I'm just going to give it spacing of 4 because it is actually inside card, so you don't need to do too much. So yeah, we're going to just normally you're supposed to use this card, also turn this card to a component. This card that you created here, you're supposed to turn it to a component because you'll be using it a lot in this particular frame. But yeah, that's it. Then you keep creating more and more cards if you want, and you can create any type of card, like any one at all, with the help of auto layout and other elements. So yeah, let me just add this to auto layout and shift A. This will be 24, and yeah, this to display shift A 16. A 4, and this shift A 4. So yeah, I wish time could permit us, but this is where we'll be stopping today, and I hope that you can see other designs like anywhere and decide to like replicate until you get your hands on design very well. Like that's the only way you can get better. That's the only way you can get better with design. Go online, pick any interface that you've seen anywhere and just try and replicate. Do that like couple of times, and before you know it, you'll be able to like design something with yourself because you would have been like more familiar with the design principles and how it's used. So yeah, thank you so much for having me, and I wish you best of luck. Yeah.